Hello to today's episode. Welcome to Birding Conversations, which is a platform that we have discussions that not everyone wants to talk about, but it's important to speak about them and to listen to them. So, my guest today, I'm very honored to have Sarah Wolhendler. Sarah is a mom for three, finished her bachelor's degree in psychology, and is a health coach. I've been speaking to Suri in the past a few times, and it's always fun to speak to you, Suri. You have so much to give, to offer. Your Instagram page rocks, so many followers, and you're all welcome to check it out. So, welcome.
Thank you.
Hi, Suri. It's an honor for me really to have you here today. And as a health coach, I think that on today's episode, I would like to focus what is a health coach? What is it that you want to share with us? And how much is it needed in mom's well being?
Thank you, Esther, for the beautiful introduction. It's such an honor to be here with you and to have a platform where we can empower women to help them feel stronger and better about themselves and be the best they can be. So for me, my journey started when I went back to school. I graduated high school, got married, had 2 kids, and then decided that I want to go to college and thinking that I want to go for special ed.
Oh.
Yeah. So
that's a shift.
That's a shift.
Yeah.
And the more classes I took on, psychology classes, the more excited I got on talk about psych and learning about the mind, the body connection, and just I was fascinated about how we function. It's amazing how the brain works and
the neurotransmitters,
yes. All different the hormones and the feel-good hormones, endorphins, and I got all excited about all these terms, and I'm like, to get to know about yourself and so you have a little more awareness and control. And so when I was done with my BA, I was like, so what am I doing for master's? I wasn't sure. So I'm like, I'm taking a little break. Then I had another baby, set my third, and I'm like, you know what? I love health and wellness. I'm going to get my license or certificate, I don't remember what it's called, by IIN, the Institute of Integrative Nutrition. And that was like an online year course. And it was amazing. But of course, you know that the experience you get is the learning is through experience. So the more I was working with my clients, and I noticed that I saw a pattern that got me excited, because I'm a human too, and I have my struggles when it comes to health and wellness and figuring out that balance, the mind, the body, the spirituality.
And they're so all connected.
They're all connected.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait a minute, I got to delve into this a little more. So with time, you learn, you grow with each experience, and on myself and with my clients. And the more I would study and read books, I was just fascinated. And the one thing that I noticed that no one taught me, especially when I got married and had my first baby, is the importance of connecting with yourself, how you feel, so you know how to take care of yourself. And a lot of us are so disconnected with how our feelings, because put that aside, our feelings, suppress it. Our needs become last. We got to take care of everyone else around us. I mean, not everyone is that way, but I know for me, that was my case. And
which is, I find that a lot with children that are children or even grandchildren to Holocaust survivors.
Yes.
We know the whole theory, which is not just a theory, there is a lot of truth to it with the generational trauma.
Correct.
And just suppressing feelings was a way to survive.
Sure. Yes.
And those messages, and even subconsciously, that method was a lot integrated to many women, children, men in general are less expressive usually, but
right.
and that needs a change.
Right. Which we know that's not healthy, which I learned in my own experience in life, that when I would keep things in, and then you look, there's a time and place where it just you can't, and so now
it goes somewhere.
It goes somewhere. It gets stored somewhere, and it's not healthy physically for you, and not healthy mentally. So that's why, as a health coach, I figured we need coaches out there to guide, but there's business coaches, all kinds of mentors, what about health and wellness? To like listen to someone and hear where they are at in life, where they need you to like hold their hand and to guide you and to have basically to listen to you and, be a good listening ear. And we all need that. We want to feel that connection with somebody and we're not alone. So this is where my coaching became like a priority for me. But my first number of clients I had, the first few amazing women, it was about weight loss. And I'm like, only because the first thing a person hears when you listen to like someone talk about health and wellness, they also hear the food part and they get excited. Ooh, balanced meals, macro meals, good fat, bad fat, what's good. I mean, we don't label anything bad because nothing is really bad, but everything in moderation. And
really,
let's be honest, we're human.
Yes, I agree with that, but I cannot see how I can make sugar into something good. I'm not saying I never eat it.
Right.
But I can't make it into something good. I know it's not good.
Right.
I still have it.
I'm just saying in moderation,
Yes, you're right.
It's okay. The Rambam said, rather have a little bit of unhealthy than overeat unhealthy. That's detrimental to the body and to the mind.
I like that.
Yeah.
Because portion control
is very important.
Yeah. That is...
So
I never heard that. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah. That's one of the books that I have a collection of books. I have a library in my house of self-help to wellness books, everything. I'm fascinated by it. For me, it's a journey which I can't get enough of. And my main thing is not only to help myself, I want to help women out there. We need to empower each other. We need to shine our light so you can shine yours, I can shine mine, but we need to connect. We need to connect.
And how many years ago did you start? What are we talking? Because you look so young now too.
Well, thank you. Okay.
So,
I'm not going to give away my age, but okay. But I started in general, like going into health and wellness and even fitness. I did personal training at one point. I would say about 12 years ago.
That's
I started.
a long time.
Yeah. But actual coaching, more like 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah.
But it seems like it's something you connect to because you stayed in the same field.
Correct. Yes.
Otherwise, you would have switched.
Correct. 100%.
Yeah. So it's something that really speaks to you very deeply.
Yeah.
And from your experience, from 12 years and 4 years, if you need to pinpoint, what would you say women struggle the most with?
Wow. What do women struggle the most with?
Women, moms, yeah.
Moms and health and wellness.
Yeah.
I think just accepting ourselves where we're at, like, especially body image, like we're very hard on ourselves. The pressure is real and it's detrimental because, we're all unique in our own ways, and what works for one might not work for the other. What worked for you now might not work for you in a year or two from now.
Correct.
And we're all like, I want to do it. I want to do that plan, but we're stuck in what everyone is doing, but I find that we lose connection with what works for us and the timing. For some person, one person may nurse their baby and lose weight. Another person's going to nurse and hold on to weight. Gain weight.
Yeah,
we're gaining weight.
Right.
And we're just hard on ourselves. And we're also like, there's social media out there and everyone's judging. Look at her. She's had a baby and look at her now. She's like back into her original weight before she got pregnant. And
so it's a lot of competition also.
Right. A lot of competition. And I wish women would be less not rush into like, I got to get to my goal weight. I got to be healthy, energized. I got to get enough sleep.
And accept yourself.
Yeah,
accept
Esther,
yourself.
You nailed it.
So I am, like, to me, when I'm thinking about what you're saying, so I'm thinking, healthy weight is very important for health reasons.
100%.
But if that comes as a result, because otherwise I feel not worthy, that's where the problem is.
Correct.
Confident and
right.
And
I love that
self-esteem, self-confidence, self-worth should all be not related to your body image.
Correct.
So we should, in a healthy way, in a perfect world, with no competition and not all kind of childhood messages and so on and so forth, we should be able to separate those.
Correct.
That's really That's
I
my
love what
dream.
you said. And I love that you mentioned self-worth and knowing that no matter what, no matter where you are with your weight or your journey on your health and wellness, it's a journey, and accept where you're at and baby steps. Be a little more compassionate to yourself, a little more
And
loving.
forgive yourself.
And forgive yourself. We're
Yeah.
human. Forgive. Exactly.
I'm just thinking of myself. How many times did I promise that from today, really, I'm not going to touch this food or that food? And then if I was very tired or I didn't have time to prepare myself something, I did have that slice of sourdough. And I needed to forgive myself and say today was today and tomorrow is another day.
Exactly.
But just because I had now a slice of sourdough, don't go have another two.
Right. Exactly.
So,
okay, but that takes rewiring your talk.
but it takes work.
It's work, because you know what? For years you've been hearing, oh, well, you gotta be this, you gotta look this way, and to take that time to say, no, I don't. I need to be a calm mother. I need to be a happy mother. And and also when you're eating that second slice of sourdough bread, if you're already gonna have it, calm down, because if you're gonna get into fight or flight, like stress mode, you won't be able to digest the food. So you're having it,
and then it's all gonna stick.
And then it sticks. I know.
Right.
Sometimes we just forget that concept. So we're like, eat so fast.
Yeah.
So that's also part of taking care of yourself. It's just like taking the time, plating your food nicely, sit down, look at your food, appreciate it.
Eat slow.
Chew your food. We're so rushed. So we're living such busy lives. And we're like, even if we have time to sit and eat, but we're already on to the next thing. We're like eating half sitting, half standing. We're like grabbing our food. So these little baby steps, just a little more self-respect for yourself. And it's something I'm working on myself right now, because I have times where I'm prepping my food, and while I'm prepping, I'm already half of it is eaten already. And I'm like, where's the self-respect for you? You got to respect yourself.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I like how you connected to self-respect.
100%.
It's so true.
Yes. Yep.
Do you see this also connected to unconditional love? Like the way you were viewed, the way you received, not necessarily means that your mom or anyone else was intentionally giving you that message, but that was your perception for some reason. Not here to blame anyone.
Right.
But do you see this connected to unconditional love and acceptance?
I would say so. Yes, 100%. Most humans, we're very hard on ourselves. And a lot of it is from not being loved unconditionally. And we feel like, look at me, I'm not good enough. I'm not perfect. I'm such a failure. We're so hard. All these inner critics that keeps popping up in our heads. They're terrible. They're like monsters that we need to get rid of. And bottom line is, we need to give ourselves that unconditional love. But that comes with, like I said, practice. I'm still working on myself, giving myself unconditional love. And even if we fall behind, it's okay. It's okay. Pat yourself on the back. You know how far you've come. Yeah. We're very hard on ourselves, and we think we need to be perfect, and it doesn't work. There's no such thing as perfection. We're human.
We don't want to be perfect humans.
Exactly.
If we're perfect, then first our journey is done.
Right. I know. I keep hearing that. I'm like, okay.
And also, it's not realistic.
It's not realistic. Exactly.
Totally not. But going back to this unconditional love, I think that's major. And I think many moms struggle with that.
Right.
And the need to impress, which goes back to the inner self-worth.
Correct.
And even I find the difference between saying like, I need to I want to.
Oh, that's big.
You need, why do you need?
Right.
I want to be at my ideal weight. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Oh, that's really resonating with me.
Need and want.
Correct. That's
and
powerful.
If you think about it, you can really connect it to so many different things in life. The need and want.
Yes.
I need to go on vacation. Do I really need to? I want to.
Right.
Is it important? Yeah. And if I can't go, so how can I make kind of a vacation when I'm home? How can I be at ease
in my
How can
environment.
I
Yeah,
be easier with myself in my environment?
right.
So the need is harsh.
Yes.
So, sorry, going to your field with the health coach, which is so fascinating, how do you find dealing with a mom that has that urgency of need? If it's let's stick to the example of weight loss, which is so important to so many women.
True.
So, how would you channel that to bring it to a healthy balance?
All right. So my first question I ask a client is, what is it that you really want? Like we said, it's not a need. What do you want? What do you really desire? Oh, I want to lose that 15 pounds. And I'm like, is that really what you want? Well, I just want to have more energy. I want to be able to run around and to play sports with my kids. I want to be able to go up and down the stairs without huffing and puffing. Um, I want to just feel my best. I want to have good energy. So I'm like, okay, so let's shift our perspective on wellness with those that want to lose weight to I want to feel myself right. I want to be the best I can be. And even if it takes losing a pound a week or maybe a pound in 2 weeks, I'm okay with that because we want to learn long-term effects. We want it to be sustainable for life.
Right.
Right? We don't want a 6
And
week
what comes quick goes quick.
There you go. What comes quick goes quick. And even if you're doing that way of life and you fall behind or you feel like you're plateauing, but that's okay because we're always shifting. We're always, things are happening and we have to work with it. That's where a coach will listen in what's happening in your life currently. You've got a new job. What's happening there? Where is it that you got stuck? And then try to give you a little guidance to move forward without just giving up. Because we're human and sometimes it's too much, it's too much work. So you don't want to make it feel like work. You want to make it feel like it's part of your life, part of living an energized life with vitality, excitement for life. So that's my goal for myself and for the women I work with.
Which is nice.
Yeah.
And what is it that you can tell moms that just gave birth, but a week later they want to fit into their original size?
Oh my.
Which we find a lot.
Wow. That's a good question because it's hard because it's coming probably from maybe the unconditional love. They feel only loved when they will be that size 2, 4. So it's got to come from within where you can sit with yourself and really tell yourself.
And it's not realistic. A mom should never
get
realistic. Back to her weight.
Right.
A week, 2, 3 later.
I want to tell you that after I had my first baby, I was not realistic with myself at all, knowing that I have to take care of this little tiny thing that needs me to be well fed and get enough sleep. But I was not eating enough. I was busy taking care of a bunch of things and not even resting when they say baby rest, mommy rest.
Right.
No, I had no one to tell me that, really. My mother was nice enough to say, take care of yourself. But that was that. I'm like, what does that mean, take care of yourself? I never took care of myself. I was always the one that
How old were you?
So I had my first probably 21, 22.
You're a young mom.
Yeah, young mom.
And just take care of yourself is not detailed enough.
No.
For young women to understand what that means.
Clueless. Because I'm young, I'm energized. I was very energized. And even when I had my baby, I just got on to life with as if I did not have a baby. It was just me doing everything like I did before I even had my baby.
It's just a little addition to the family.
Exactly.
Right
and then
that's needy of you 24/7.
Right. And I would tell moms now that I have that experience of how I felt by my first. When they tell you to take care of yourself, even though you feel okay, you think you feel okay, rest. So the Lubavitch Rebbe would say for moms to please get extra cleaning help. I don't care. Sell your china closet. Do whatever it takes so mommy feels good. We think we're like martyrs. We feel like we could do everything. We feel like we're super women. We want to show the world that we can do it all. We're okay. You know what? After a little while, you don't feel so okay. You don't want to wait till that happens. You want to be.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I live in the same house as the Chisda Rebbe of Shalom just passed away a week ago. And he was very into Erev Pesach, mothers need to be calm. So there could be a calm atmosphere going into the holiday peacefully and no stressing and no yelling. All you have to do, mothers, when it comes to chametz, sweep your house, sweep up the floors. I'm giving everyone a heter here. Sweep your floors.
Permission.
I give permission to just sweep up. That's enough. Just throw out your chametz. That's it. So you could be at peace and calm and go in with energy and not like a rag doll, just ragged. Be there for it. Be a happy mother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
It's
God
all
bless us all moms, but
Yeah,
when
we
it
try
comes
our
to
best.
holidays,
Yes.
and what about all the kids must match?
Right.
They must look the same. How does that affect the well-being
Right.
of a mom? That stress and that pressure. It's very cute.
It's
I'm
beautiful.
not going to take that
Yeah.
away. But
it can come with a price sometimes. So you got
but what's the price that you may have to pay? Is that price what? And to me, that goes back to the same self-worth, to the same self-confidence. Like, what is someone else going to think about me? So it's all really, they so interconnect between your weight, to the way you think, to the way your household runs, to the way you messages you tell yourself. To me, it's all one. Tell me if you agree with that.
Yes, I do agree. I like how you connected it all together. Yes.
Because to me, it is connected. What is it that you could or want to share with our audience about your own personal journey of motherhood, and how and how that played a role?
All right. So first, I want to say that amazing that we have an organization like Sparks, because when I had my first baby, I mean, I don't think there's any organizations out there to help women postpartum. If they have any questions, they feel like they're alone, they want to talk to someone, there was nothing out there. And when I had my second, I remember with every baby, I felt stronger and I had more experience. And I remember I had a question about something, like I felt like a very low energy at one point. And I'm like, what does this mean? Like, who do I ask? I have no idea. And then I got my answers through an outside source, like a magazine that I opened up, and there was just like an article about that I was like, I had a question about. And I'm like, wow, why do we have to wait to see it on a magazine or information on social media? Like, I have this good friend of mine that told me that she had her baby and she had issues that came up, and that she had no clue what's going on with her. And she had to find the answers on TikTok.
Really?
Imagine that. Yes.
Whoa.
Social media. It gave her a lot of answers and she didn't feel alone anymore. She's like, oh, I'm not the only one. And it's just so interesting that, but now that there is an organization that can help, it's like, okay, I'm not alone. I can connect with other women and they understand me. I'm not alone in this. So it's amazing.
And it's always better to be safe than sorry.
Right.
Even if it's only a question.
Even if it's only a question.
Yeah.
Questions can be answered. You don't have to hold it within yourself and, make up your own answers in your head.
So how was motherhood for you after the second child? You said it shifted with every child. So
right.
How was it after the second?
So the two I had pretty close, 2 years apart, which it was a lot for me because we were schmoozing when I got here, that for me, when I did not know how to take care of myself. It was my needs put aside. I used to love to go to exercise classes before I got married, but that was out the door. Like going out, let's say with family, like an outing and just to socialize. And I was like, there's no time for nothing. It's all about the kids, my spouse, and that's it. I was out of the equation until I would say almost a year in after having my second, I had burnout, major burnout. Literally, I felt like I couldn't breathe. I was like, what's with me? What's with me? And I knew it's a message.
A
little panicky, like short in breath. I'm like, this is a message. Because now I know as a health coach, I know everything is a message. Like if your body tells you there's signs that something is off, there's an imbalance. So I'm like, what's going on?
But you are smart and deep to think that even back then there is a message.
I didn't really know it then, Esther. Not fully know it then. I knew that there's something, but I didn't know until I went to a kinesiologist. And she told me that you're not filling your cup, mommy. She gave me a bunch of vitamins to take. And she's like, no one told you, you need to take care of yourself. You can't put yourself last. And I'm like, no, I mean, I was fine. I was fine till I felt not good. But if I would have taken care of myself from when I had
You
my
probably
baby,
were operating a lot from adrenaline.
of course. And I'm like, now that I think back, even the first few months, I was so like, I needed more sleep, but I was just pushing myself and pushing myself to do. Oh my, it's like coming back to me now. And that was my wake up call. But even with a wake up call, we still fall back.
Yes, of course.
And we need a reminder again and again. And hopefully,
So that kinesiologist was the messenger
was
to
the
you.
messenger. Like, wake up, go back to working out. You like to dance? I like to dance. Go dancing. Go to dance classes. Go. There's a Y next to my house. Go. Shalama Sports, the amazing dancer teaching. Go, teacher, go. And I started filling my cup, and I felt like a new person, like I was reborn again. And I had more energy for the kinderlich.
That's a good message to moms. Yeah. Tea time is me time. And to everyone, tea time means something else.
Exactly. That's why I said get to know what works for you. What lights you? What makes you feel good about yourself and brings you back to yourself? Don't forget about yourself. You're worth it. You're worthy of filling your cup. So it's not selfish. That's not being selfish.
Oh, that's a lot mistaken. I hear it so many times from moms. Even in your experience, it doesn't sound like anything dramatic happened. It was more like forgetting that you exist. But I hear this in different situations where it already hits postpartum depression and anxiety, like in a more long-lasting way, and it needs more attention and care. So I think where it comes from is from methods that we have been taught, explained, or even we picked it up in our upbringing. Now, as children, I understand that because a child is like a sponge. They take in everything they hear, they experience, they watch in their environment, in their upbringing, if it's at home, if it's in school, friends. But as adults, I think a big deal is to understand what works for me and what does no longer work for me.
Right.
And differentiate those and disconnect from something that does not work for me.
I love that. What doesn't serve us, disconnect.
It doesn't serve me anymore. And I understand. I can be taught one way for 20 years, but now I understand that does not serve me right anymore. So I think if we can just change that, which is a lot of work, it's a lot easier said than done. But if we can change that, if you talk about needs, about self-confidence, about self-worth, about messages, health, understanding yourself, not feeling selfish, everything basically we discussed today can fall into place. It's just a lot of work.
I love that.
And it's a journey.
So true. It's a journey beyond. I love that even you mentioned needs, because a lot of us don't use our authentic voice to voice our needs, because it's okay, I'll take care of myself, but needs have to be met. And a lot of us are stuck in that. I know even for myself, I was talking to you about it earlier, about I have a voice out there. I talk a lot, and but I find like a lot of things though I keep to myself because I'm okay. I'll take care of myself. I'm a big girl, but that's something I'm working on. That it's okay. I'm human. I'm allowed to voice my needs, and it's okay.
And your wants.
And my wants. Oh yeah, we did wants and needs, and my wants too. Yeah, the wants.
Yeah,
I love that, Esther.
It doesn't have to be need in order for it to be fulfilled. I mean, obviously, we all have needs. We're human.
Right.
Yeah? We need shelter. 100%. We need love. We need food. Yes. Those are basic needs we have.
We need it for health and wellness.
But it's okay to voice our wants.
Right.
And it's fine.
Yes.
Not just that it's fine, it's needed.
It's needed. Woo! This is getting good. Because it is
needed. Let's get the
needed.
need in here.
I love it. And for this, listen, for health and wellness, you got to take this into consideration big time. Okay? That's what I'm going to tell you now, because I see it with the people I work with. And that's why health and wellness is such a vast topic. There's so much to it, but everything connects. And if you want a strong foundation, the core, it's a lot of different aspects that need to be looked at. You can't just, say, I'm just focus on one thing. I'll just focus on eating healthy and take my supplements. I'm good to go. It doesn't work that way, because something is going to fall behind. So it's a journey. So I tell people it's okay. Wherever you're at, you're doing amazing. Keep growing in this journey. It's all good, but no rush. Don't rush.
No rush.
No rush.
Yeah, that's a good message. So, Suri, I'm going to give you the last word. How would you want the audience? What is the last word to the audience before we leave the studio?
Okay. So what's coming up for me, and for all my sisters out there that I talk to, and I talk to a lot of people out there, and we're all so alike in so many ways, you know? And you could see people walking down the streets and they look like they have it all put together. They have life figured out. No one has life figured out. Okay? Don't think that, oh my gosh, I got to figure this out quickly because look at everyone else. They just seem like they're smooth sailing. No one is smooth sailing. Okay? So don't put that in your head, because that is so heavy to carry. Okay? We all have our struggles and our strengths. That's why we need to all accept each other's and love each other's more, and stop judging others and stop judging yourself, because we're all on a journey, and we might as well lift each other's up and be there for each other's.
Very good
and more
message.
Compassion and love. And that's my message for
I
everyone.
like that. I like that.
Thank you.
Good luck to you, Suri.
Thank you, Esther.
And to your clients. And I hope they reach out to you because you are really amazing at what you do.
Thank you.
Speaking to you today, speaking to you in the past.
It was a real pleasure speaking to you, Esther.
And wishing an easy and good journey to all moms out there.
Amen.